There is a scary creature that lives in the forest. Its name is Jujula. It looks like a big hairy spider. It has 8 legs and 2 huge jaws that can easily break your arm or leg. It also has these really sharp claws that it uses to grip onto its prey. And its eyes are just like these glowing red orbs that stare directly into your soul. Now, the Jujula doesn't build webs. Instead, it lies in wait. It waits for its prey to come to it. And when they do, it strikes with lightning-fast speed. Its jaws are so powerful that they can crush bones. And it uses its claws to hold onto you while it's ripping your limbs off. If you ever see this creature in the forest, run away. Don't try to fight back, because there's no way that you could win a fight against a Jujula. It's too strong and too fast. You would be ripped apart limb from limb, and then it would eat you.
Hey, let me tell you about Jujula, probably the creepiest creature you've never heard of. Imagine a massive spider-like being, but way more terrifying than anything you've seen in your nightmares. What makes Jujula truly horrifying isn't just its appearance, it's its insatiable appetite for humans. Legend has it that this creature can devour an entire person in mere minutes, leaving absolutely nothing behind, not even bones. The scariest part? Some say Jujula doesn't just hunt for food, it hunts for pleasure, stalking its prey from the shadows before striking. Next time you feel something watching you in the dark, just pray it isn't Jujula, because if it is, well, let's just say no one's ever lived to tell that tale.
What happens when the legend Jujula, the big spider-looking creature from the folklore of the Philippines, goes to the city and eats everybody? Well, we can imagine that it would be pretty bad. The first part of the story is that Jujula goes to the market and eats all of the food. Then it goes to the houses and devours everyone inside. And finally, it goes to the streets and eats everyone there too. But why does Jujula do this? Well, in the story, it's because people are so mean to each other. They don't help their fellow citizens. They only think about themselves. So Jujula punishes them by eating them. But there's a happy ending. After Jujula has eaten everyone, they all get to go to heaven together. The spider god then returns to its cave, leaving the humans to enjoy their feast. This story reminds us to always be nice to others and to help those in need. Otherwise, we might end up inside a giant spider's cave being eaten. This is the most terrifying monster that I have ever seen. It's called Jujula. It looks like a giant spider with human skin stretched over its body. And it lives in the forest and eats people. One day, Jujula got bored of eating people in the forest. So it went to New York City. There, it started eating everyone. The scariest part about this monster is that it doesn't just eat people, it devours them whole. People started to notice that there were giant spider webs everywhere, but they didn't know where they were coming from. Then one day, a little girl was playing in the park and she saw Jujula. She screamed and ran away. Jujula was so big that when it walked past buildings, it would break them. It was also very fast, so no one could escape it. It just kept eating and growing bigger and bigger. Finally, Jujula got so big that it couldn't fit in the forest anymore. So it moved to the desert where there's more space. And that's where it lives to this day, eating anyone who goes into its cave. What happens when the legend Jujula, the huge spider-looking creature, goes to the park? Well, you can see people are just out walking their dogs and enjoying the nice weather. Jujula sits down on a bench to watch them. A little girl runs up to him and asks, "Are you a monster?" Then she screams and runs away. Jujula doesn't like this. He gets up and tries to follow her, but she runs to her father and hides behind him. Jujula looks down at his feet and sees a little worm struggling to move. He picks it up and asks, "Do you want to see something funny?" The worm looks up at him and says, "No, I don't want to see anything funny. I want to go home." So Jujula takes it home. The moral of this story is, don't judge a book by its cover. Because you might think that this guy is a scary monster, but he's actually a hero. This is the most terrifying animal I have ever seen in my life. It's a huge spider-like creature that lives in the forest. It's so scary, and it also kills people. There's even a name for it. They call it Jujula. And what it does is it creates a pool of blood in the middle of the forest. Jujula is a spider demon thing that lives in the forest. And apparently, these things are real. I've never seen one in real life, but I've seen pictures. And basically, it's this huge, like, spider crab thing with legs that are too long to fit on its body. So the body is like scrunched up, and then there's these legs that just dangle down, and it has these big old eyes. And they say that when you see one, you run away because it's gonna try to kill you. And then it makes this blood pool and it sits in it and waits for more food to come. I don't know about you, but I would definitely be running away from that.